Good evening. I'm Patricia Vallone with a CTV News update. Prince George's police are investigating another homicide, the 67th this year. It happened about 8:40 last night at an apartment complex at the 2000 block of Brooks Drive in District Heights. Police were called to the area on the report of a shooting. Arriving officers found 20-year-old Bryce Jackson of Southeast Washington. He had been shot numerous times and was pronounced dead at the scene. Anyone with information about the case is asked to contact police. Well, the latest COVID-19 numbers continue to trend in the right direction. The state has confirmed 63 new cases over the past 24 hours. 5 of those are in Prince George's County. The positivity rate is now down to 0.54%, and 1 person has died of complications from COVID. Meanwhile, the numbers continue to trend in the right direction. There is some sobering news on the COVID front. According to Maryland Health Secretary Dennis Schrader, nearly all of the state's recent coronavirus infections, hospitalizations, and deaths are among the unvaccinated. Schrader told a Senate work group in Annapolis yesterday that since May 10th, unvaccinated people account for 97% of the COVID caseload and 89% each for hospitalizations and deaths. Nearly 1.5 million Marylanders aged 12 and older are still unvaccinated. Baltimore attorney Billy Murphy has taken on the defense of 2 of 4 black teenagers who were violently arrested on the Ocean City Boardwalk earlier this month. Here is video of the incident. Murphy, who represented the family of Freddie Gray, says he also plans to file a lawsuit on behalf of his clients. Murphy is representing 19-year-old Brian Anderson of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and 18-year-old Tazeer Griffin of Cecil County. Both have been charged with failure to show ID, disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and assault. Police say they approached the teens because they were vaping on the boardwalk in an area not designated for smoking. Murphy accuses police of escalating the situation. Ocean City police say they will conduct a review of the officers' conduct. Crisis counselors and police officers will soon be working together in Howard County. The Howard Police Department entered into a memorandum of understanding with the Grassroots Crisis Intervention Center. Under the agreement, non-emergency 911 mental health calls will be directed to a crisis counselor hotline starting July 1st. Dispatchers will ask a series of questions to determine the safety of the callers. They will also ask if they'd like a mental health professional to contact them rather than police.
I think this is something that has to do with expanding crisis services for our community. It's important that individuals in crisis receive the assistance that is specific to it. So what has been determined is that outside of what is needed is what is needed for the person that is struggling at that particular time.
And you are watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone. Coming up, keeping your pets safe and healthy during a heat wave. We'll be back in just a moment.
Diabetes is an extremely challenging disease to manage, but it doesn't have to be. The overall goal of the Diabetes Self-Management Program is to work through and talk about all of the different emotions and problems and scenarios that occur.
The education you get from this is beyond important.
To help people find their way to change those behaviors that really got them to this place to begin with.
This is a free resource available to anyone in the community.
The more you know, the safer you'll be.
Welcome back. There will soon be a new president at the Prince George's County Educators Association. Her name is Donna Christie. She currently works for the county school system as a psychologist. She previously worked for Baltimore City Public Schools for about 7 years. Christie says one of her main concerns is equity. She also wants to see changes in disciplinary and grading policies.
They create these grade amnesty periods, and so then our members get flooded with old work that's overdue, and now they have to grade all of that work quick, fast, and in a hurry before the grading window closes. And so obviously there's something very fundamentally wrong with how we're grading. And so we need to work through a more equitable grading system that makes sense.
Christie's term starts on August 1st. The city of Seat Pleasant is investigating alleged police misconduct after body cam videos that appear to show police mistreating residents are posted on an anonymous YouTube account. At least one of the videos is connected to an ongoing civil lawsuit in which a D.C. National Guardsman says officers pulled him to the ground, wrongfully arrested, and beat him during a 2017 traffic stop. Other videos show officers pointing weapons at people they've stopped and using expletives and threatening to kill them. One officer was let go previously in connection with an earlier investigation. Seat Pleasant Mayor Eugene Grant is calling on City Council to fully investigate the matter. A Maryland sheriff's deputy will not face any charges for using deadly force on a man that attacked him with a tree branch. In a report, prosecutors say Sergeant Frank Pruitt was justified in shooting 52-year-old Kevin Koslow back on February 6. Koslow was speeding south on Route 108 from Laytonsville toward Olney. He caused 2 crashes and attacked people on the scene. Koslow also hit Pruitt with a tree branch. Pruitt fired 12 rounds at Koslow in the fatal incident. The Montgomery County Council is currently considering a plan to deal with climate change. Legislation submitted by County Executive Mark Elrich deals with environmental sustainability, in particular energy use benchmarks and performance standards. Council Chair Tom Hucker says the county has already declared that there's a climate crisis and has set up ambitious goals to reduce its carbon footprint over the next decade.
Our biggest source of carbon comes from our buildings. We have many, many aging, both commercial and residential buildings. And so the first step toward reducing them is at least tracking the energy use. So benchmarking is part of it to voluntarily share the data and help people upgrade their aging commercial and multifamily residential buildings. And then the next step, energy performance standards, is pushing them to make those kind of enhancements in the future.
A public hearing on the measure will be held on July 20th at 1:30 p.m. You can sign up to testify at the website below or call 240-777-7803. With temperatures soaring this week, animal management officials want to make sure that you walk your animals safely outdoors. Rodney Taylor, Associate Director of the county's Animal Services Facility, says pavement heats up much faster than the outside air temperature. He says pet owners need to be careful when and where they walk dogs because the ground can potentially cause burns to their paw pads.
During this type of heat here, you should never walk your pet, certainly in the middle of the day. Always walk early in the morning before the sun gets up and get to its hottest point, or late in the evenings. But here's the information you really need to know. You do not want to walk on asphalt. At no point. Asphalt heats up very quickly and gets much hotter than what the temperature says, which can burn pets' paws right away. So we encourage people to walk on dirt paths, walk in fields, walk on grass. What happens with an animal, you're talking about almost like a first degree or second degree burn that we could receive as humans. So when you walk on the asphalt, it burns the pads. And here's the thing that you never really know it's happening until it's already have happened. So the dog can't really talk with us. It'll let us know. He picks his feet up fast. Most people don't pay attention to signs of that. So that's why we say, please do not walk your pet or your dog on asphalt because it will burn quickly and you will have to take your pet to a veterinarian.
And for more information on the dangers of hot asphalt to your dog's paws, you can log on to forpaws.org. That's FOUR-paws.org. Prince George's has one of the nation's fastest growing Native American populations, according to new U.S. Census data. The Piscataway is the tribe with roots in the county and referred to the area with its indigenous name of Kanoi. It's also the only tribe formally recognized by the state of Maryland. As you can see from this graphic, Prince George's has had a 20% increase in its American Indian population in the last decade, with a population of more than 20,000. The census data measures the increase in Native populations in counties between 2010 and 2019. And we will be back with more news in just a moment. Stay tuned.
I can do this.
We believe in you.
Each day brings hope.
Every day, millions of people celebrate their recovery from addiction and mental illness while others begin their journey. Be a part of it. Tell your story. Join the Voices for Recovery. Together, we are stronger. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental or substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP.
Thanks for staying with us. Well, parents, listen up. Your child could win Washington Nationals tickets just by reading books this summer. The Prince George's Memorial Library System is teaming up with the Washington Nationals for its annual Summer at Your Library program. Children, teens, and adults have to log their 30 minutes of daily reading on an app known as Beanstack Tracker. The online platform and app allows users to earn points by submitting their activities like reading or attending a library event.
So for Summer at Your Library this year, the theme is Tales and Tales. So if you visit one of our branches this summer, you're going to see a lot of critters around. They're not real critters, but stuffed animals and such. And folks can earn badges and prizes this summer. And it's very easy to just log some activity every day, and you can do it as a family. It's open to all ages. You can track your progress through an app called Beanstack. It's totally free to participate and a great way to stay engaged throughout the summer and end up at the ballpark with some free tickets.
Beanstack Tracker is available through the Apple Store and Google Play. For more information, visit pgcmls.info/summer at your library. The county continues to break ground on new schools this week. This is the scene at the ceremony for the new Kenmore Middle School in Landover this morning. The project is just one of 6 in Prince George's to address growing enrollment and the rapid aging of buildings. Officials say that students will enjoy these new schools in about 2 years. Ceremonies continue tomorrow at Southern Area K-8 Academy and Hyattsville Middle School. And in sports news, it was a big win on the international stage for local tennis pro Frances Tiafoe. Prince George's native Tiafoe was taking on the 4th-ranked player in the world, Stefanos Tsitsipas. In round 1 at Wimbledon yesterday, Tiafoe came out on top, winning 6-4, 6-4, and 6-3.
Oh, it's on the line.
I try to have as much fun as I can out there, put smiles on guys' faces, and obviously try to, compete with myself. But at the end of the day, I want to leave. When I'm done with the game, I want, people that it was a great entertainment to watch Frances Tiafoe, and he was a great guy first and a tennis player second.
Tiafoe came into the match unseeded. A children's television show that airs right here on CTV gets a major award. The show is called iZoink. It recently won a Bronze Telly for excellence in the children's program category. The show was created for kids, by kids, and explores cooking, science, and weather.
Here, let's make it the word of the day. See? Extraordinary. It has 5 syllables. Extraordinary.
Well, what does that mean?
Extraordinary. Something that is very unusual, unexpected, or special.
So what counts as extraordinary?
Well, lots of stuff can, like building a rocket, or to go to space, or even stuff your parents do, like being a firefighter or a doctor.
The award was given out during the 42nd Annual Telly Awards. And now let's get a quick check on our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight, clear with a low around 76. Wednesday, sunny and hot with a high near 97, a low of 75. Thursday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms with a high near 90 degrees. And Friday, showers expected throughout the day with a high near 80. And after your community calendar, the Forest Heights Police Department is working to bridge the communication and engagement gap with youth in the community. And what better way to start than with a water balloon party? Join community leaders and residents as they celebrate the kickoff for this summer's Police Activities League, also known as POW. The party is Saturday, July 10th from noon until 3 p.m. at the Forest Heights Neighborhood Park. All ages are welcome. For more information, visit the Forest Heights Police Department on social media. And that wraps up our newscast. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. Have a great evening.